Hi guys, so August 2013 Faves. I can't even believe that I've now done 2 consecutive Faves monthly favorites. So I think I probably am not going to be able to do September, but we'll see. Anyways, okay, so let's get crack-a-jackin'. Okay, so I was mentioning in the last favorites how I was just using the hello, brain fart, Dr. Perricone gradual tan, and now I have moved on because, of course, August is when it gets really, really super hot. I've moved on to the tan towels now. So I've got 2. I ordered a whack last year, and you know, they've lasted me through the seasons. I think I got a deal. I don't know what site it was. Something Cleopatra or something. They had a really, really great deal on these suckers because they are a bit pricey. So I got the medium to dark and the fair to medium. And out of the 2, I have to say I like the fair to medium. I find with this one, unless you are like totally perfect, it can be a little bit streaky. I'll see a little bit of blotchiness on it, whereas with this, I never get that. And you know, I think you can kind of build this up, and you know, you're going to get some natural color anyway. So I don't think I would ever really repurchase these dark, medium to dark. You know, if I wanted to go really, really dark, I think I would basically do it professionally, like go to a salon where they like spray you and stuff, like an actual person, not one of those booths. I haven't gone, but I heard that you can either get it done by a person who sort of airbrushes it, or you go into the booths, and I think I would just get a person to do it. I don't know. Mind you, I don't know if I want them all in my bits and stuff, my naughty bits. And anyways, okay, so those, and then I love these. I freaking love these Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Glow Pads. I love them because they are what they say. They give you an actual glow. You know, like it's not a flat tan. It's like you get the glow because of the alpha beta. So you really get, you know, the thing with being naturally tanned is not only do you get color, you actually get that sort of glow from the sun. What the heck? I've got this little bit here that's really driving me nutballs. Okay. So I love that. That stuff is really, really great. So that's my sort of summer ritual. I actually don't look at that tan right now. I kind of took a couple of days off. So anyway, so there's that. And for makeup, again, you know, I'm not going to show this works and all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of just digging that and doing that. So bronzer, I move on to by Terry, the bronze expert. I love this stuff. Now, you know, I've mentioned in previous videos with the Ellis Faas and their applicator doohickeys, and they've definitely gotten better, for sure. They're not like the other ones where, you know, like, oh my god, just want to toss them. But they're nothing like the By Terry. By Terry really does have these applicators down. I mean, you know, I only use this in the summertime, really. So it's been a little bit. And I just, you know, like, pump it. There. 2 pumps. You get some stuff. Like, hello. Easy peasy, as easy as that. There's no straining. The pump really works. It doesn't even click. It goes down really, really smooth. So why can't everybody do it? I don't know. So that's, it looks kind of scary right now, just because I put a big blob there. But it does go on really, really quite nicely. It's not super, you know, it's not like a glitter fest or and it smells so good. Her stuff just smells so awesome. And that's lasted me quite a little bit because I don't, you know, it's a bit dark and I don't like to do it any other time than the summer, but because of this mechanism, you know, there's no like air that gets in there. It doesn't get all bacterially. I wash the brushes, so that's not a problem there at all. And staying with the By Terry, I use either one of these because they're just so gorgeous. I like using liquids and creams and stuff, as I've mentioned many times in the summertime. So this is when I bring up these again. You know, they're a pump. They're totally, you know, there's no bacteria getting in there. There's no air. These have lasted me forever because they're so pigmented. They have the best. This is by far the best rose scented thing I've ever come across. You know, I know like some people like the Chanel and the sublimage or whatever, where they use sort of the rose scented. This to me is exactly what my mother's garden used to smell like, exactly like a fresh, crisp apple rose almost. It's so gorgeous. I will say this. This has sort of a highlighter mixed in with it, so when you do it, you're going to get that iridescence and stuff. And so it's beautiful. Now, for those of you who have pore issues sort of in and around that area, it's really going to highlight that. So if you have those issues, this is not the blush for you, because it's really, like, it's very quite highlighty. And you're just going to sort of highlight those pores in around this area. So, but if you don't have that issue, they're like beyond. I mean, these honestly are the best blushes that I've come across. Hold on a second, I'm getting a little bit, what allergy? Hold on one sec, guys. Oh, okay. Excuse the red nose now. Hello. Okay, right. So moving on with the eyes. Okay, the eyes, I do one of two things again, because, you know, same as last month. Dark or light, dark or light. The light is Ellis Faas. These are the new applicators. This isn't that camel color that I showed you. I have a review already of all the colors, and I swatched them on white paper so that you could tell the difference. So it's the E119. What the? 119. Is that upside down? 119 Creamy Eyes. And then on top of that, I will use, what the heck? Okay. Half Baked. It's this really goldy color. So I'll just push that onto it and then use Buck just to define the crease a little bit. I'm using Buck in the crease right now, so you can see that color. It's a very sort of warmy matte brown. And if I'm feeling really special, I will use a little bit of Kitten in the sort of in the corner tear ducty. I'm using a little bit of it right now. It's really, what's the word? Sparkly. Oh my god, my nose is so running. I have to break because this is going to be ugly, people. You don't want to hear this, so I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. That was really gross. Okay, so that's my pale, right? Okay, and then the next is, I mean, it's so boring, right? It's a paint pot. It's not the same paint pot, but it is yet another paint pot, and that is Constructavist. Oof. So you guys all know what that looks like. Woof! It's such a great color. It's kind of got that chromographic feel to it. When I look at it, it can be a deep plum. It could be sort of, not a burgundy, but it's kind of a plummy brown. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a plummy brown, but it really goes from a brown to a plum to a, oh my god, I'm spending way too much time on this sucker. Anyways, it's gorgeous. I love it. Wow. Okay, the By Terry does not look like that on your face. That's pretty Oompa Loompa, and I did put quite the dollop, and that's pretty hideous. But when you blend it in, it's actually quite nice. So there's that, the Constructavist. So if I'm not doing the sort of Ellis Faas with just a little bit of, kind of like this, sort of, I'll do the Constructavist and, you know, the Nars liner that is kind of a staple for me. It's waterproof. I don't know, with the last time I mentioned it, people are like, okay, I'm going to run out and buy it because, you know, I need something for the top waterline, this, that, whatever. Yes, not for the bottom waterline, for the top. It kind of keeps everything there, and then encircling around. The Armani, just to clarify, because somebody actually asked me about the Armani, going, you know, I found it really moved on me too much on the waterline. The waterline, that Armani is only for the bottom waterline. The top waterline, that Armani moves all over the frickin' place. But on the top lash line, it's fine because I have to smudge that sucker out. I never do just a liner and not touch it. I always smudge it out. So the smudging of it or something kind of keeps that in place in the top lash line. The top waterline, it stinks. It just totally stinks, people. The bottom waterline, golden. pretty awesome. You know, not 100% perfect, but lasts a respectable amount of time. So there's that. So there's the liner. What the heck? Is that it? The blushes, the blah blah, the this, the that. Okay. So lips, I have been wearing this Clarins. So I actually kind of deviated from my glossy stain, right? So this is the 03 in, hello. Why doesn't it ever say the name? I think this is called Guava. I thought I saw Guava in here somewhere, but does it have the name? Anyways, it's 03. It's this color. Really, I don't want to use that hand because if I look at that on camera and that Oompa Loompa splotch, it's going to drive me bonkers. Look how beautiful that is. It's such a feminine, you know, it's not like a baby doll pink. It's a really soft, sort of rosy pink. Well, I guess, you know, kind of inside a guava. It's got that beautiful, like, rosy but pinkiness. I just love it. It's so soft and delicate, and, you know, it just kind of brightens up. Well, look how much it brightens up my hand. Oh, not that. I don't. Ugh. Anyways, it's gorgeous. And so anyways, I don't know what happened. You know, last month I showed this little Shiseido red, which is the RD 514 in the Perfect Rouge. I got this as a little gift with purchase, and I loved it. And a lot of you guys really liked the red lip, which thank you so much, because I really haven't done it in like 20 years or something. And so I love this sucker. Anyways, I remember I got another gift with purchase, Shiseido. And I didn't really crack it open, but then I was like, you know what, I'm really digging this friggin' Shiseido red. I don't know what it is. So then I pulled it out. It's what I'm wearing right now, and it's a Laquer Rouge, and it's RD 607. It's this little baby here. I'm wearing it right now. I don't know what Shiseido has done. You know, Shiseido's always been a real favorite of mine. Their skincare, obviously, I have used it for a gazillion billion years. I haven't done a lot of makeup, I would say. Not a lot of Shiseido makeup. But their lips, especially their reds, I guess because it's such a, you know, it's a very Japanesey sort of thing. I kind of think geisha lip. I think of a beautiful red lip and porcelain skin and all that sort of stuff. But I found their formulations to be brilliant, because the reason why I stopped doing reds is that it was just too much maintenance. It's too much upkeep. My lips would start getting dry, constantly have to reapply, and then it might bleed, and then I have to take it all off and then try it again and all this sort of stuff. And I just was like, forget it. This one, so moisturizing, you don't even feel it's on. And the same with this. Like, they're so hydrating. It's so pigmented. You need so little. This has been on for quite a while. I mean, the depth of this color, look at that. Like, when you put it on, woof. I mean, that's almost like too much. I mean, that's, woof. Wowzer, honey. That is crazy. Let's see what that, oof. I really have to stop doing these sound effects. They really are not giving these products justice. Look at that. That looks like a splotch of blood. That really looks like I cut myself and now I'm bleeding. It is a little bit, well, let me just put it next to this other one. I would say it's a little bit bluer on the lip. And the other one's a little bit more true to just like a cherry red. Can you see the two difference? So that does have, well, you could see the difference right there. I don't need to have to describe it. But obviously one's a gloss and one's a lipstick. That is so moisturizing. I really, really can't get over it. It's, you know, right now I'm thinking that's a bit too much. It's, the reapplication made it a little bit too, like, dark and bloody. I like the one application. It was on for probably a good, I don't know, hour or so. So it was looking pretty pristine, people. And then I just put another, and I would have at least blotted or done something. But anyway, so there's that. I'm loving it. I'm loving those two. I don't know if I would venture into any more, but I really, really love those two. And how great, you know, that you get it with a gift with purchase, because I would never, ever have bought them. I would never have even tried them or tested them out or anything. So, woo-woo for that. Okay, and the last two things are fragrances, because you know how much I love fragrances. And these I just pull out because I'm a real sort of like a little bit more complex now, a little bit more woodsy, a little bit more tobacco-y, a little bit more vanilla. Things that I would have hated in my 20s and even in my 30s. I would have been like, ugh, gross. Give me something fresh and light and invigorating. but your senses start to change. Maybe you don't smell enough, you know, not as well as you did, or maybe you don't taste as well, because my taste buds have also changed. But in the summertime, I mean, I like having that freshness again. And one of them is obviously, why would I say obviously? Ugh, I don't know. Anyways, it's Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. So definitely has the Neroli, the orange, the citrusy. It's so beautiful. I really can't get over how stunningly gorgeous. I wish I had smell-o-vision, if you could just like scratch the screen. But obviously with scents, I have read so many, you know, blogs, and even with Katie Puckrick and all her reviews, and they sound amazing. The notes sound amazing. I go, wow, that is so right up my alley. It's exactly what I'm looking for. I go and I smell it, and it's woof, not for me at all. So these are really things that you need to smell on your own, because even though the notes are what they are and you think that you'll like them, the way that they blended it, the concentration between one versus the other, all of that makes such a huge difference. And then, of course, how it smells on your skin. That's the beauty about fragrances, is that they're unique unto you. They will smell different on every person with your own body chemistry. So, especially with this sucker, because, you know, this is kind of, you know, Tom Ford is kind of pricey. So I would never want anyone to just run out and go, oh, I ordered it, I can't wait to smell it. No. Find it first, smell it, and then see if you like it. So there's that. And then my other one, which I hadn't worn maybe since like last summer. And as soon as I spritzed it, it was just so gorgeous, which is fresh Fig Apricot. So it really is like a fig apricot, but there's a really, really strong apricot note, which is what I love. I love like peachy and apricot-y in the summer. Like that to me is like the summer fruit. It's so temperamental, aren't they? Peaches, you only get them for like 3 weeks out of the year or something, when they're like gorgeously ripe, and then they just turn, and you know, it's just, I know that they bring them out in like July, but really they're only good the last 2 or 3 weeks of August, maybe the first week of September, and then it's over. So, oh my God. Oh my goodness. That's so gorgeous. So if you guys are looking for a new summer fragrance, maybe something a little bit light, a little bit, like this is very fruity. It can be a little bit cloying to people just because the apricot is so strong. And if you've ever smelled an apricot, I mean, there's a very specific sweetness to that. And fig is also sweet. But I just love it. I love this particular fragrance. And the Neroli Portofino, I mean, that's just, it's a favorite on so many people's lists, and I can see why. So it's super, oh my, wow, that's really gorgeous. So anyways, oh, and lastly, so many people ask me what I'm wearing on my nails, and as you know, I pre-shoot videos sometimes months ahead of time, except obviously for favorites and things like that, where they do have to be monthly, which is why I haven't been able to do that many of them. But I'm going to try to remember to mention, because sometimes I can't remember. They're like, oh, I love what you're wearing. And I'm like, God, I shot that like a month and a half ago. I don't know what the hell I'm wearing. So what I'm wearing on my nails today, that's just one coat, people. That is like, it's so opaque and just so like yummy, delicious, is Spa Ritual in liquid gold. And it is that. It is liquid gold. And look how cute that bottle is, right? And this is like the vegan line. The vegan, because it turns out some of these glitter sparkly things are actually fish scales. So this is like a totally vegan line. So there you go. Anyways, I hope you found that somewhat helpful, and I will talk to you soon. I think I'm going to try and do 2 more videos now. So, woo! Okay, bye.